So what you're saying is the Muslim attributes of God, they're defined separate. They segment the God, but you are allowed to play word games and say somehow.
Bro, I can show you. I can show you in Ibn Taymiyyah's book. I can show you in Ibn Taymiyyah's work on the oneness of God. He uses this language. Don't poison the well. Distinctions and it being composite are distinctive things. So you can be distinct in different senses. For example, you affirm the person of Allah is really distinct from his attributes, which necessitates it's composite, it's made out of parts. For example, you would say the speech of Allah is a part of the whole and is not the whole itself. Divine simplicity posits that God's attribute is the whole.
I don't see a question there.
So, I believe, let's have some classical theistic arguments, for example, that God has to be divinely simple and not composite. Because if your God is made out of parts, are these parts our say?
Are these parts what, sorry?
Are these parts our say?
I'll say.
Self-sufficient?
I don't understand the question. So what you're saying is the Hindu idea of God.
I'm not Hindu.
I didn't say you were.
Are you Hindu?
I thought we were just having a discussion.
Are you? Okay, so if we're having a discussion, clarify your position.
I don't have a position on this.
Okay, so are you denying, and I want you to deny on camera, that Muhammad is the last prophet and Allah is not God? Can you deny that?
Why do you need me to
Because
deny that?
because now you're being a sophist. Declare your position or don't engage in a discussion.
What you want to do is have a conflict.
Huh?
You want to have
No, I want to have a dialogue, and I want to know who I'm having a dialogue with. I'm not asking anything personal. Is Muhammad the last prophet, and is Allah God?
Saying, what's your label? Okay, that's your label. Now let me attack you. No, I'm just genuinely curious. Genuinely curious, because I've been to Catholic school. I went to Catholic school. To me, I was always taught there's three, but distinct,
in one divine substance.
I would just.
Do you disagree with that?
I was just surprised to hear a Christian criticize a Muslim about the same thing that Muslims criticize Christians for. It was just interesting.
So how about this? So you said it's interesting that a Christian which has a difficult theology to understand is critiquing the theology of Tawheed, correct? Okay, so I will define to you what the Trinity is, then I want you to define Tawheed. So the three divine persons, hold on, because you said it's more simpler than the Trinity. So there must be a criteria. Hold on, relax. I'm going to answer your question. The three divine persons in hypostasize, the one divine substance, the one divine essence, the one divine whatness. These three persons are predicated as God in a different sense by a different virtue.
Then why have a segmentation in the first place?
Pardon?
Why have a segmentation in the first place?
What do you mean segmentation?
So when I approached you, you were criticizing that Muslim chap over there.
I honestly do not understand Tawheed.
Okay.
So could you define to me, as I have given you the courtesy. So if I have given you the courtesy to define what the Trinity is. So is Muhammad the final prophet and is Muhammad the final prophet and is Allah God?
I don't want to answer that.
So are you scared of Allah?
I'm not scared of Allah, no. I'm not scared of Allah.
So he is refusing to say if Allah is God.
Because basically...
I do not understand Tawheed. Tawheed is incoherent. No, your God's made out of parts, and we do not hold on. We do not hold on. So now you see that you would be happy to talk about my position, but you're.
Hopefully true.
Pardon? So in a marriage, there are two persons, but it's one marriage, correct? Union of two people. No, this is an analogical predication of how one thing can be numerically three one way and one in another way.
Yeah, like up here is two.
Like how I believe that Allah is composite and made out of parts.
That's hard for you to believe.
Is Allah made out of parts?
Did you see Allah?
Okay, so do you have to see Allah to know what He is?
No, I don't.
Okay, so when it says in your theology that Allah's attributes are formally distinct, really distinct from the person of Allah, this necessitates that your God is composite, made out of parts.
Who do you respect in the Christian world? Do you respect William Lane Craig?
No,
Why?
because he's a social Trinitarian.
So who do you respect then?
I respect the early church, the church doctrines, and Jesus Christ.
So do you respect? Oh, how about someone else? Nick Fuentes. Do you respect that guy?
No. Do you respect Muhammad?
Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Yeah.
Of course, I love him.
So I've got a question. I've got a question then. So why in the religion of Muhammad is incest permitted, is child marriage permitted, and abortion is permitted? It's a simple question.
No, let's stick to theology right now. Okay. Because that's what matters.
No, you said who I respect. You said you respect Muhammad. I'm asking you a question.
No, I'm just asking because there's clearly no Christian scholars anymore that you respect.
I respect the early church and Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but they're so far away. You don't even have anyone that you can look up to.
Okay, so I could
It's a modern day argument.
Okay, so do you understand why these aren't modern day arguments? There have been 400 years of my church critiquing Islam, and there's been hundreds of years of Islam critiquing Christianity. And so far, if you read, for example, Ibn Taymiyyah's works criticizing Christianity, he strawmans the Eastern Orthodox position. So I've got a question. You said you respect Muhammad. So why does Muhammad permit incest, child marriage, and abortion?
I don't like answering those questions.
I have a question, yeah?
Yeah.
Say you find a girl attractive on the street, yeah?
Pardon?
Say you find a girl attractive on the street, yeah? You're walking down the street, you
Yeah.
find a girl attractive.
Are you asexual?
No, he's not.
Yeah.
He likes
Yeah.
her. Alright, say you find her attractive, yeah?
Yeah.
But she's 11.
Yeah.
But you still found her attractive, true?
I would go to confession and seek help from...
Yeah, but naturally in your body you still found her attractive.
Wait, so are you now saying that your religion promotes bodily desire? So he's just admitted that Islam promotes bodily desire, that I should follow that lust of an 11-year-old girl. Now I've got a question for you. If you were attracted to an 11-year-old girl, would you follow through with that lust?
Well, let me finish my
Okay,
point.
so after you finish your point, you're going to answer my question.
Yeah, alright. So, you still found that girl attractive, true?
I would say that's lust.
Last, whatever it is,
Okay.
you still found her attractive, right?
Yes.
And then, say after you talk to her, then she told you she's 11, are you like straight away saying, oh my god?
I am going away because in 1 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 36 we say that you should only marry someone past their bloom after puberty. The Eastern Orthodox Church hold to the age of consent and marriage at 16. So if there was 11, that is a significant age gap between me and the 11-year-old. So I've got a question. If you're attracted to an 11-year-old and you wanted to go out with her and marry her, would you engage with a marriage contract with an 11-year-old?
Never.
The composite nature of Allah and the Trinity being logical. So far, I've been getting the most brain-dead responses from people. Shamsi, I want to talk about abortion. Shamsi, I want to talk about a logical contradiction and what it ultimately means. So now I want to go around again and ask about abortion. So follow me.